Hello, I'm Anastasia Lavrina. Russian President Vladimir Putin traveled to Kazakhstan this Wednesday. The discussions mostly focused on energy cooperation, regional security, and the evolving geopolitical situation in the global world. As Kazakhstan navigates relations with both Russia and the West, this visit is seen as crucial for reinforcing the strategic partnership between the two countries. More on this issue, we will talk with our expert. Joining me now is Gaziz Abishev, political analyst. More welcome to our program.
Hello.
Hello. So in view of Kazakhstan's drive to diversify its export routes, what does the ongoing visit of Vladimir Putin signal so far as Moscow's Central Asia policy is concerned?
Well, I think it's okay. Kazakhstan sends a lot of goods through the territory of Russia. For example, oil, gas, metals, and grain. And it's okay. We have a good cooperation. We are members of one Eurasian Economical Union. So I don't think anything threatens the export of Kazakhstan goods at the moment.
But we think that the cooperation is being intensified between Russia and Kazakhstan, especially when it comes to new projects, which can be also discussed during this visit. I mean, transport routes and economic partnership.
Yeah, that's exactly so. For example, we know that Russia, which is under a huge international pressure, tries to relocate its industrial projects from its own territory to several other countries, for example, to Kazakhstan. And now it develops industrial projects in Kazakhstan economy, which is more flexible. And it's also beneficial to Kazakhstan that needs industrialization because we're too dependent on oil and gas. And for example, Russia would also support the construction of new electrical stations in Kazakhstan in 3 cities. So it's mutually beneficial economic cooperation right now. And the economy is the center of discussions between two presidents.
So talking more about the construction of Kazakhstan's first nuclear power plant, do you think that it will have special implications for the regional energy policy as well?
Yes, of course. Well, I think that Putin right now promotes the Rosatom as a main company to build this atomic nuclear power plant. We'll see. President Tokayev said that Kazakhstan needs the international this consortium to build this plant, and we'll see. Probably Rosatom would be one of the most important players in this consortium. We'll see the project of Rosatom that would be provided by corporation to government of Kazakhstan.
A bit more about CSTO Security Summit, which is taking place in Kazakhstan today. The participation of Russian president is quite significant there, as the most important concern will be raised. What are your expectations?
Well, I think that I don't think that Russia would ask help from Kazakhstan and other partners because everybody understands that this country. They don't want to be involved in this conflict between Russia and Ukraine. As we see, just several minutes ago, Putin actually spoke about its nuclear rockets and that this Oreshnik missile is unique and the Western country probably would not be able to produce something like that in next several years. I think that one of the main problems would be a problem of extremists in Afghanistan who wants to probably invade Tajikistan. Tajikistan worried very much about these perspectives and now asks support from Moscow and other Central Asian partners to, make the border stronger.
Well, Ukraine's use of long-range Western-supplied missiles to strike Russian territory. As you already mentioned, that's one of the issues to be discussed during today's summit of the CSTO. If not a direct support from Kazakhstan, what else the countries may do in regards to this issue?
I don't think that Kazakhstan, for example, can do anything at all to militarily support Russian war against Ukraine right now. For example, well, I mean, probably diplomatically, I'm sure that President Tokayev involved in many discussions with world leaders, including European leaders, to find a solution for this problem. Because everybody understands that he has a direct contact with Putin right now, and they have a practical and constructive relationship between them. So he is an agent of diplomacy here, President Tokayev. And secondly, we understand that right now, if you see the map, and Kazakhstan lies between China and Russia, and we do all understand how many goods comes to Russia through parallel import. And so I don't want to implicate my country, but we do understand that actually, in a sense, economically, make some support to Russia. So militarily, I don't think that anything possible at all. Kazakhstan would not be involved in this conflict, and it would not send a weapon or soldiers to Russia. It's impossible.
Well, so just to conclude what we had to talk today, it is more, from your understanding, it's more about economic cooperation between two sides, especially for the future when it comes to energy partnership as well, rather than geopolitical engagements, right?
Yeah, yes, that's exactly so.
Well, thank you so much for joining our discussion today.
Thank you.
Thank you. Just to remind, Gaziz Abisho from Kazakhstan political analyst joined us today. Thank you so much for being with us. See you in the next edition.